Field stabilized. Intaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Effort and Stork here on Ultimate Stream. It's another RJB-approved replay. Check them out at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Top, bottom left here is our yellow Protoss. It is going to be Stork under a Smurf name with SDFS. SDF, SDF, ASDF, ASDF spam. And in the top left, it is Effort. Playing under his Smurf name, May2. We got Action watching and Sharp watching. Action has 56 APM, which is higher than some people's APM when they are playing. And we got Terror the Horde moving out. Check it out. The merch at falconpaladin.store. And we have a Robert the Zealot shirt coming for Protoss fans at falconpaladin.store. So I'm casting this a week in advance. So maybe check out falconpaladin.store and see if it's there. Because it's not there when I'm casting it, but it should be there in a couple of days. Protoss fans, we have heard your cries. So, Ultimate Stream. I think I've cast a game on this map before. No, hang on. What did I do here? Reveal entire map? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. So, wide ramp to wall off here. Is there any other access? No. Oh, it's a weird shaped main. That's kind of, yeah, this is kind of old school, right? Like the weirdly shaped, kind of misshapen main base here. But it's a giant 4-player map based on the spawn locations in the corners here. We've got expansions with gas everywhere, man. Some closer to the center that are going to be harder to hold here. Ah, for sure. I definitely remember casting a couple games on this map before. But it seems like pretty much everything's high ground, with the exception of this one at the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. Every other base is a high ground base. Intriguingly enough. Oh, you know what? I guess the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock are low ground too. Whatever. Falcon says things that are not true. Overpooling is our guy. Effort here, just trying to play it safe and then going for the expanded about 11 supply after that. So just middle of the road. Is that a... Yeah, just forge fast expand timing here from Stork. So both players playing safe. Not hugely economical, not hugely aggressive. Just kind of middle of the road here, which is fine. Which is very, very good stuff. Yeah, gateway on the way. Got a cannon for the lings that are coming out because this was technically a pool first, although not a super duper early pool first. So worrying about lings is definitely part of the play here. Thing is, you got to find out where the Protoss player is if you're going to ling pressure them. And so far, Effort doesn't know where the Protoss player is. Chasing this probe will send you the wrong direction, but hey, Effort doesn't know that, and maybe you'll get a free probe kill out of it. Who knows? Gas on the way from both players. At the same time, let's see if he's going to saturate this gas immediately, and he does. 3 drones in that extractor. Quick third base. Wow. So just blind third base here from Effort, which the probe scouted, by the way. Good scout on that probe for sure. Man, I would want to send Zealots up to that third base immediately. That was super fast here. I like Effort quite a bit. We don't have a ton of games from Effort available to us, but the ones that we do, he always plays very well. It's just his replays are a bit more scarce than a lot of other players, at least for RJB. So, Probe's taking some hits, and, who got the kill? Drone got the kill? Drone got the kill. Good job, Drone, getting that probe kill. Very proud. Lair on the way with the first 100 gas. On the other side, what are we going to do here? Cybercore? Yep, Cybercore, Stargate. You guys know the opening. You're familiar with the opening of PvZ for sure, and there's that Stargate, man, 410 or so. Yep, so Zealot hoofing it up to this third base, trying to get some damage onto it, trying to force at least a couple lings out of here from Effort that Effort doesn't want to make, because Effort would rather use that larva and that money for drones. We know how Zerg works. So third base pops. He's got 2 lings out on the map. They don't have speed because it got started after the lair got started, so it's late, but, I mean, pretty normal at this stage in this matchup. And yeah, Zealot hoofing his way up here, saying, hey, you need to make more lings. Oh, actually, he is. Okay, so there's lings in production here. And by that, I mean, bam, perfect. So just the 4 lings needed. Trying to get a surround on a Zealot is very tricky if you don't have speed. And the Zealot says, fine, there's no drones to kill here anyway. Let's just head on back home. I did what I wanted to do. I forced a pair of Lings out. And forced some more Lings out down here at the natural base as well. So, ow, 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 ow. Just taking some hits. Taking way too many hits without getting any hits off in return. So it's just 4 Lings chasing a Zealot on both sides of the map here. Really trying to get that surround off, but a good Protoss, like Stork, is going to be able, there you go, to avoid getting at least fully surrounded. You're still going to die. It's just a matter of not getting fully surrounded by those 4 Lings, right? Corsair on the way. Is it +1 Corsairs? It is. So we'll see what Effort does with this Spire. We know how Falcon feels about Mutalisks in this situation. You can make some of them, sure. But if you just try to rely too heavily on Mutas in this matchup when it's +1 Corsairs, you're going to have a bad time. Yeah, Templar Archives on the way from our Protoss. He knows the power of Storm. Just nothing crazy here. We're just watching the production tab. We're going to see what comes out of this orange one up here now that the Spire is done. And the answer is some Scourge. I love it. I like it. Macro hatches too. Macro hatch, macro hatch. Fantastic. So Corsairs, sure. Do whatever you want. You can kill an Overlord supply block me here, but there are going to be Scourge running around. Oh, getting a Flyer Carapace upgrade pretty early. Is that for the Scourge? That's not something I see very much. Getting a Carapace Flyer upgrade for your Scourge, and you're not making any Mutalisks, right? But sure. I mean, if it... sure. If it helps a pair of Scourge survive an extra hit as they're closing in on a Corsair, so be it. Did you just suicide in there? Kind of. I mean, that's what Scourge do. Not crazy. But just gets a beautiful scout off, man. Sees exactly what's going on. Cool. I mean, that was a perfect scout of everything. Saw the Templar Archives. Saw the Stargate, right? Saw the fact that it's flashing, so more Corsairs are on the way. Yeah, just making a couple more sets of Scourge here. Getting some creep colonies up against potential Zealot attacks that might try to pop up. Yeah, see, there's your SimCity at the 3rd base. That is beautiful SimCity effort. And I like casting you, dude. You're good at this. Ooh, 1 Corsair goes down. I mean, that's a win. If there's a group of 4 Corsairs and you kill one of them, pretty good. Now, I have looked at Wikipedia, and it says that Scourge and Corsairs have the exact same move speed. It's like 4-2-1. But I did watch a game and cast a game recently where a Scourge totally caught up to a Corsair, and they were both going straight. And, oh my gosh, is this another example of it? Insane. Nice jukes, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, not. Oh, man, that's ginormous. Man, Effort Scourge control is so good. Turning slows you down. But, like, I'm trying to measure the distance here between these two, and, like, is he catching up? That's the question here, you know? Oh, that's the sound of another Corsair going down. Dude, Effort is just making +1 Corsairs seem like a joke. That's another Corsair down. Is every Corsair dead? Holy no, there are 3 over here. I think they're new, though. He's been pumping them pretty consistently, so that initial group straight up died. Okay, it's time for Zealots with +1 attack and speed to go attack something. Fast Archon, intriguingly. I guess if we're dealing with a Ling defense or like a Sunken defense, an Archon can soak up a bunch of damage that way and do damage to both the Sunken and to the Lings. But, man, look at the SimCity, dude. You can't get up here. This totally sucks for you. Oh, we're going to try, though. All right, man. So Zealot's trying to get up here. Archon, man, 2-3 Sunkens firing. No. And this has the 3 Sunkens firing, too. Effort's getting a 4th base top right. He's getting Lurker aspects. He's making 0 Mutalisks to try to deal with these Corsairs that have +1. There's 4 of them. There's another one on the way. Stork is really committing to this despite the incredible Scourge control from Effort today. I'm actually surprised he's still doing this. But Stork believes. Man, is he double expanding? Taking a 3rd base at the 6 o'clock, and this looks like he's going for a 4th base, too. This is nuts. Effort's like, I'm really not used to having to deal with a 4th base at like 9 minutes in this matchup, but all he's got right now are Corsairs. He's got Scourge. Is there a DT out? There is. There's a single DT out, and Storm is on the way. So it's not like we're foregoing Storm for DTs. That'd be insane. But adding DTs to the mix is not bad. Yeah, this fourth base is all safe because it is the main base of this third base, the natural. I don't know. Like, Stork is kind of trying to set up like he wants to expand here. He's going to cannon up. So he's not going to try to just naked throw down a Nexus with no defenses whatsoever. But if these Lings get there before these cannons finish, that is... Oh, that's bad news, Bears. That is bad news, Bears, for Stork. Are they not checking this? It is kind of a weird place to expand. I thought the Scourge had found it. Oh, okay. And these cannons are dead. All right. Oh, we're shuttling. Remember how I said this base was safe? That was a lie. Look at Stork doing shuttling things. Getting his Zealots and DTs and Archons up here into this fourth base. Look at this Archon Zealot stuff dealing with these Lings. The DT died, but that's cool. Fourth base for Stork does not happen. But, dude, this is such a sick play out of Stork. Holy crap. So the fourth base might just straight up die. This number of Lings is not really enough to save the day at all. And the hatch goes down. And the Zerglings are like, this is bad. That Archon just casually has 5 kills already. Look at him positioning it back behind the Zealots. Ooh, Lings popped out and got him anyway, though. Archon down. Zealots, man. 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills on these Zealots. A couple of them only have 1 kill. They're slacking. Lurkers trying to pressure, but nope. Storm kills 2 of them. Third one gets down, and there's no observers out. There's one on the way, working on it. Oh my gosh, they're going to force a cancel on this base too. Oh, and killed the drone. This is fantastic. Dude, Zerg players who think they're safe on maps like this, where they can get a fourth base that is completely impervious to ground attack, and then just make a single shuttle, lift it on up here, have a nice day. That is so good. I can't even get mad at that for Stork. That was great. So 9 Mutalisks are in production now. There are 7 + 1 Corsairs. Effort, my friend. I thought I could trust you with this. I did. I thought I could trust you with not trying to go Mutalisks against a Protoss with +1 Corsairs. They've been hiding, though. I'm not sure that Effort knows they exist. Speaking of hiding, new fourth base attempt here by Stork. There is a little bit of scouting available over here, but I don't think you can see down this way. Nope. Can't see all the way down there. Okay, so we're going to try to Mutalisk bomb this main base. Bringing some Scourge along, which is good. The Scourge are better at connecting against Corsairs that can't just fly away. Okay, Scourge. So, man, there are still 3 + 1 Corsairs available, and that's what Effort says, and he backs out. Dude, scouting this base would be so huge. Lings are scouting other bases, which is nice. But, this one, though, man, he still doesn't have vision. How does he not have vision on this base? He's got so much vision everywhere, and he's just not seeing that. Okay, another Corsair down. Corsairs are fleeing the premises here, letting the Dragoons do the fighting for the most part. Okay, beautiful. Not letting the Mutas fight against the Corsairs. There's 2 of them here, but one of them has already taken a hit. The Mutas accidentally scout this by flying over cannons and dying. Okay, so I don't know, man. This is looking pretty bad for Effort. He's got his fourth base reestablished, which is good for him. But, man, Stork being on 4 bases with the 4 assimilators is just great. He's got Reaver Tech because I saw a robotic support bay come through. There it is, that production tab. There it is. He's got all the pieces he needs. He's got Storm. He's got Reavers. He's got Corsairs with +1. And I don't know if we're going to see any more Mutalisk play out of Effort. I think he might have been disabused of the notion that that's what he wants to do. Entirely possible. But Defiler round coming in. Zerg players rejoice at the presence of spellcasting being used against a spellcasting Protoss. That's usually how this goes. Easier for Protoss to get out Storm than it is for a Zerg player to get out, well, Consume and Plague and Dark Swarm. Taking a 12 o'clock 5th is Effort. I don't know if that's going to work out for him, man. These Lings do have 1/1, but it's 2-1 upgrades to the Gateway unit, so upgrade advantage going to the Protoss. He's taking another base down here, retaking that 4th, but it's going to be a 5th this time. I don't know what these Lings think they can do. What is your plan? There's not enough of you to do anything. You're going to run into this and die. You're going to run into, like, 6 cannons and die. You're going to run into 5 cannons and die. You don't have Adrenal yet. But transport for Overlords coming in. You know how much Falcon appreciates drops. So, DT hacking away. Overlord speed is done, though, so the threat of DTs is a lot less than it used to be. Annoying, but not a huge problem. Yeah, but it's 164 to 130. Well, 143 supply in favor of the Protoss. Expanding left side is effort. He's got Lings kind of trying to defend this area. Scourge making sure Corsairs and stuff don't come up that way. Might be our first major engagement here, if you don't count the attack on the 4th base, which I think was more of just a harassment play. This is a pretty strong Dragoon Zealot High Templar army, but Consume is done, which means Defilers have Darkstorm readily available. Kind of trying to fight 2 fronts at once here. Not really recommended here, Stork. Yeah, he decides to just kind of not worry about going up that ramp right now. And this 5th base up top is gonna die. I mean, the good news, these Lings do shut down an attempt of a Stork to expand down the right side. And just aggressive expansion techniques here. No, he does. Effort knows about this. Where's the Dark Swarm? This Defiler. Consume. I guess maybe he doesn't want to commit until the Protoss tries to come up here. What are we overlording here for? All right, you scouted, sure, but you also lost a couple overlords. Not ideal. Storm drop heading to that 4th base. That did get spotted, though. And these mutas, I'm not sure they're enough to shove away that shuttle. Oh, wow, okay. Big drop inside the main base of Stork. Does get cleaned up with Zealots and Storm. And then a Storm drop over here. Dude, 5 kills is not bad. Storm drop effective. But my goodness, did a bunch of probes die down here as well? We must. Do we want to? That's what the drops were for, man. That's why you research the drop. Okay, tell you what. We're going to look at it. We're just going to look at that drop real quick. It's not that bad. Oh, that was perfect timing. So he unloads. There's 51 probes. Beautiful storms, though. Like, okay, so I didn't really miss much on that drop. It was dropped and pretty much dealt with immediately. And it's 79 drones, and then pretty good drone pull. 5 kills on that guy. That guy has no kills at all. So 5 drones dying is actually not that big a deal. Trying to unload down here and maybe gets a storm drop off, but okay. 3 kills, 4 kills. Oh, a Defiler went down on that High Templar. That's not bad at all. All right. But man, these outskirt bases, these low ground bases, that effort is trying to take, he's just not really being able to hold them today, is he? Yeah, the storms are so good. This is Stork we're talking about, though, man. Stork's resume is insane. Oh my gosh. Those High Templar that were over here, they turned into an Archon, and they have 23 combined kills now. They've completely wiped out the economy of the 4th base of effort entirely. Okay, this might just be a GG, ladies and gentlemen. The economy of effort is in the toilet. It is 53 workers. I mean, that's not the toilet, but so many drones have died here. Wow. Stork, his drops, his attacks on these bases have been crazy good. Yeah, this Archon is dead because Hydras are the answer, man. Way better than Lings at this kind of thing. Unload, Storm, 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills before he goes down. This one, 3 kills. This one doesn't get any kills, embarrassingly. But yeah, this base is toast. Yeah, I do not see a future here for effort. I think Stork is just playing insanely, exceptionally well. I can't even really blame this on the Mutalisk move, because I don't think it was really the Muta's fault in this game. And plus, you know, nice plague, by the way. Effort didn't double down on that. But the fact that this base was allowed to come up, it could have easily been killed, but just the fact that Effort didn't have eyes on it was a major problem for him. The fact that this base was allowed to return without really any... Yeah, now finally Lings show up. But, like, no, they don't even kill a single cannon. DT, Zealot saving the day there. So at this point, it's a 4-basing effort. He's got a 5th base coming up top, but it is a 5-basing Stork right now. Might even consider going for a 6th base here and like a 7th base here. This is just some beautiful Protoss dominance on display against a very good Zerg player, mind you. I was talking up effort. I mean, he's not dead yet, but he is down 170 to 145 supply. All the ingredients in the PvZ recipe are available right now from Stork. He's got Reaver Tech. He's got High Templar. He's got Speed Lots. There's a Reaver. He's got Archons. Whatever you need, it's readily available for him right now, and his income is just better. He's got a base up on the Zerg player, which is not great. Big maps do kind of tend to favor Zerg a little bit because their units are faster. Ooh, maybe just don't sack Corsair. Okay, we sacked a couple Corsairs. I guess the time of the Corsair is over now. But yeah, double expanding. Look at this. Nexus. Nexus. Gorgeous. Too much yellow on this map. Keep thinking this is like a drop moving down, but it's just some Scourge. Yeah, man. Psionic Storm, Archons, Zealots, Dragoons. If there's no Dark Swarm, this is a perfect anti-Zerg comp. It's impossible for a Zerg to stop. Hydra's tried to bust down here, but too many cannons existed, I guess. They got pulled back to help deal with this attack coming up north. Yeah, this is really, really good. Is he going to drop a Reaver in this mess? He's thinking about dropping a Reaver in this mess, but I'm not sure he even really needs to. Yeah, the Reavers came in. Oh, sure, they might kill a Lurker. That's awesome. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. The Sunkens are going to be really good against these Archons still. And honestly, the Dragoons. Nice Plague. All right. That is going to weaken up this group substantially. Lings, Hydras, but guess who's been saving Storms for that very effect? That's right, Stork did. Okay, one of the Reavers got picked off. This one's got like 12 HP. Sunkens against Plagued Dragoons do pretty well, actually. Dude, Effort is kind of holding on right now. He's really actually holding on right now. But look at this flank attack from the left side. Aha! We're coming from unexpected angles now. Can you handle that? And Stork's like, well, yes, because I've double expanded during this whole thing. And I guess you double expanded during this whole thing. Retook that 12 o'clock and retook that 9 o'clock. So that's good from Effort. Maybe Effort can pull this off. We're about even, friends. Even on worker count, even on army supply right now. Plasma shields coming in. I mean, when you're getting that upgrade, you're doing okay economically as a Protoss player. Plus, you probably have all the other upgrades. Does he, in fact? 3's working. There you go. 3/3 on armor and attack. So yeah, shields is the next logical choice. Some Protoss just skip it entirely because it's so darn expensive. But not Stork. Stork was okay with having shield upgrades because it helps everything the Protoss has. Buildings, every unit. I think that covers it all. All right, Dark Swarm attack. Is just cannons down here? Okay. So that Nexus is dead. These Hydras do have 3/3 upgrades because Effort is great with those. Nice snipe on the Reaver, by the way. KKK, a little bit of chaos right now. Zealots coming in. High Templar kind of wandering into not a good position. Don't be doing that. And more Storm Drop shenanigans up here. I don't think they got a lot done. Still 60 workers for the Zerg player. Yeah, that is a hopeful Archon. That is not a successful Archon. Dude, is Effort actually swinging back into this game? Remember when I said I didn't really see a path forward for him? Well, I didn't figure he'd be able to retake his 9 o'clock and his 12 o'clock as easily as he did. And take out one of Stork's bases, too. That was a big part of this whole situation. Man, is this whole map going to get taken? We are 2 bases taken away from taking the entire map, which is nuts. This is a big 4-player map, man. Anytime every base is taken on a 4-player map in a 2-player game, it is crazy. Plague catching a couple Archons, they don't care. But a Dragoon and a Zealot, too. The Storms just keep coming in. so much Storm. That is the nature of playing PvZ, though, isn't it? Big swell of 3/3 speed lots with +1 shields. +2 shields is coming in next. They're just so strong. Effort doesn't have enough cash to expand here, but he is thinking about it. Considering it. And Stork is retaking his 3 o'clock position now. All right, there we go. Saved up 300. He's taking this high grounder. 4, 5, 6, 7 bases for the Zerg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases for the Protoss. Still not great for the Zerg, but better than it was. And as these Zealots, catching a plague. That poor Hydra caught a plague too. Not ideal. Let the plague do its work and then fight them. Is this, he's still dropping up here? Yes. 5 kill High Templar. 72 drones though. Man, Effort is replacing these drones extremely well. Dude, a DT just wandered in, got a bunch of kills. Mutalisk's not great at killing DTs quickly, especially if they have 3/2/3 upgrades, which they do. But Stork is hanging on to this bottom right base. He's going to use that when he needs to in an emergency, which may be coming up right now. But dude, this base for Effort is so important. But a lot of his army is heading down to attack the 3 o'clock. Yep, forces to cancel on the base. Adrenalings in the mix with 3/3 upgrades. Pretty good, but man, it's like 1 Zealot to 1 Ling. Not ideal. Sniping. Yes, good snipe on the Reaver again. Really good control here, and this Nexus is going to die for the 2nd time today. Cannon's completely impotent against this attack. Man, seriously, go check out RJB's channel. This is a banger of a replay he has sent me today. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. No, get back inside the Dark Swarm. No. All right, that's fair, I guess. So it was trading a base for a base here, which means we're still on even base count, which is not ideal. Lings trying their best to deal with a Reaver attack. Sunken's trying their best too, but man, this is not a good angle for a Zerg player to engage. It's a very narrow choke you're coming into. Archon's in the front, absorbing a ton of the damage, doing a ton of the damage here too. And a great plague, but I don't know if Effort's going to be able to save this left base. He feels like he's not. He's evacuating most of the drones here. The Dark Swarm is actually protecting these Archons now, and a couple of the Zealots in the mix, which is what the Lurkers are for. Good snipe on the Obs. Okay, so now, are the Lurkers invisible? The Lurkers are invisible, but this hatch is going to get destroyed. A couple Lings picking off reinforcements as they try to come up and join this left side battle. Hatch down. Lurkers tried to save it, couldn't quite pull it off. It's 166 to 131 supply. Everett is actually up because he's got a better economy. He's got more drones anyway, but look at that. Shuttle finally took the bottom right base. Like I said, he was saving that for a rainy day, and it's basically a rainy day right now. Dude, where did your Defiler go? You had a Dark Swarm available. Well, 3/3 Hydras aren't going to be shamed by any cannons, even if they do have +2 Protoss Plasma Shields. Yeah, who needs it? Who needs the Dark Swarm? Is Everett just accepting these drone bases, these drone losses, and these base losses? Because, oh my gosh, this is in a lot of trouble down here too. Holy crap, Effort. I don't know how you're doing this, but you're kind of doing this. Nexus down. This Nexus is totally dead too if these Lings would stop worrying about the probes, which the probes turned around and fought, which is the worst thing you can do against Cracklings. Holy smokes. 174 to 120 supply. Shuttle's at... So Stork. Stork is at 30 probes. Bit of a flank attack here from the Zerg player. Looking pretty good, honestly. Is that it? He's under 100 supply. His Archons are not standing. His Zealots are doing their best, but his 3 newest sources of income are dead. Ooh, Archon! And no dodge on that Storm! Holy crap, 14 kill High Templar. That was sick. Oh, man. I don't know. Can Stork still do this? He's under 100 supply, which seems bad versus 150 supply Zerg player, but This hatch is going to die. It got canceled once. It's going to die this time. Who's retaken his effort is... He's just zombieing this game. Just being an absolute zombie. Ooh, look at the pickup on... He tried to pick up. Okay, that was nice. Picked up the drones. Reaver unloads, but it kind of feels like Stork just has these all these little disparate army elements. He's not as scary as he used to be. Oh, crap. That's a good storm. No, the drones decided not to. This one, fine. Tosses down a storm, dies. Maybe got 3 drone kills there. Who knows? But it's 139 to 83 supply. The complete ruffle stomp of these bottom right 3 bases by effort were ginormous. They were very big. And I think effort has the upper hand now, just through sheer macro. Did he lose like 50 drones today? I think he did. Did he replace them? Make it look easy? I think he did. The macro hatches. That's the secret, Zerg players. Having to macro hatches. Okay, Storm Zealots against a Hydro Lurker army. Going to do pretty well for themselves in the middle of the map anyway. That +3 shield... Nope, +3 shields is not coming through from Stork. He can't really afford it right now anyway, and the tide is totally turned economically. This is one of the most amazing Zerg comebacks I've ever seen. And that's effort, man. I was talking him up, and I was talking him up for a reason. He's got this one back. Expanding here and expanding here would maybe be enough, but maybe just holding on to this left side one at the moment and making sure these right side bases never come back for Stork would be enough. Dude, this is insane. And that's it, man. Stork taps. Looks at the situation he's dealing with and says, nah. He just says, nah. Ugh. What an insanely impressive display of ZVP there from effort. But, I mean, that's what we're talking about. This is why people click on effort games. Because even against Stork, even against an elite, one of the most legendarily decorated Protoss players in all of StarCraft, he gets the win. Despite losing this base twice, losing this base twice, losing this base, I think, twice. Getting storm dropped at his 4th, losing his 4th. Losing, I want to say, probably 50 drones here today, having 54 at the end of the game. 460 APM. Dude plays fast. And then just getting his way. Attacking down this right side. Doesn't even bother with Dark Swarm at this base. Wipes this out. Lets Stork have these 2 middle bases. Doesn't really bother with them. He canceled it once. But once it was back, he never bothered with it. Never attacked into this one either. His goal was just to rebuild bases after they died. Defend as well as he could. Get good upgrades on everything he's got. And then just macro his absolute face off. I feel like he probably outproduced Stork by almost a 3-to-1 ratio today. Just with the sheer number of units produced. Zerglings can cheat with that, right? Because you get 2 units for 50 minerals. And like the cheapest thing that Protoss has is, well, I mean, Zealots are the base unit. And that is 100 minerals for 1 unit. So, yeah. The units here is not a super great stat to look at, but yeah. And the thing is, I think Stork played really well today. I think Stork played exceptionally well. He was everywhere with Reaver drops and Storm drops. He was completely laying waste to bases of effort everywhere. But effort just barely had enough to hold on. Barely had enough plague control and Dark Swarm control and storm dodging control to make it happen. And his ability to replace bases very quickly after they died. Stork didn't do a great job making sure they were not retaken easily. Like, effort has these lings down here, right? And these lurkers to make sure that Stork can't just wander a probe over and retake this base and then be back up and running, right? He made sure that wasn't going to happen. Insane. Hit that like button, man, if you enjoyed that game. That was great, I think, for both players. 311,000 points there from effort, 286,000 points from our guy Stork. And yeah, it is a 3-to-1 ratio of units produced in favor of effort today. Kill death ratio was a 7-to-2. But man, 1,000 Zerg units produced in 30 minutes is so great. 459 APM on average from effort here too. 229 from Stork. Structures raised, 36 buildings raised by effort, 11 raised by Stork. Again, there aren't as many Zerg buildings to kill compared to Protoss building, so this is misleading in this matchup. And then outspending the Protoss player by about 10,000, 13,000 resources in 30 minutes. That'll do. That's enough, man. And wiping out those newer sources of income, too. Just thumbs up all the way across the sky. Absolutely insanely good play there from Effort. I almost want to epic tag this thing, but I don't think it quite reached the threshold of being epic tagged, but the comeback was great nevertheless. This is why we click on Effort games, because he gives us stuff like this. All right. Well, that was fantastic, and that's going to be it for me today. So this is Ben, Falcon Paladin, coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care.